alkane alone. How to name an alkane? Because IUPAC nomenclature is really a big topic, so we are going to learn step by step in that. Today I have chosen the topic ane alone. Previously I have told you what are the things we have to know if we have to know these, learn this IUPAC nomenclature. So today again we'll have a small recap about what are the parts of IUPAC name and how to name alkanes. That is our work for today. Now, IUPAC name for an alkane will have again three parts. Number one is the prefix, number two is root word, number three is suffix. Because we are going to learn only alkane today, our suffix will be ane and our prefix can have the alkyl group or the substituent or halogens, and the root word belong to the parent chain, that is methane, ethane, butane, pentane, hexane, heptane, octane, nonane and decane. So the root word will be this. Ane is removed from that. So the root word will have the ane removed. This will be the root word. And this is the suffix, because already the suffix we are adding it here, and the prefix is alkyl, substituent and halogens. What is this alkyl group? And what is a substituent? Halogens is already discussed with us. What is halogens we already know. Alkyl and alkane, what is the difference between that? If I am going to say a compound as alkane, it is having all the valencies of carbon satisfied with the hydrogen or another carbon also. It is an alkane. If one valency remains, this one valency is not occupied, such a group is called as alkyl group. So it is called as methyl, ethyl, butyl, pentyl, propyl, like that. Okay, so it is called as the alkyl group, where it is one hydrogen short of an alkane. Substituent means the branches that arises in the carbon chain, we can call it as substituents. So let me take a carbon skeleton structure. Suppose if I have a branches at different positions, these branches are only called as substituents. So now it is very clear that in IUPAC nomenclature for an alkane we have prefix, root word and a suffix. Prefix will have alkyl, substituent and halogens, and the root word depending upon the carbon chain, and the suffix today is only ane, because we are going to discuss only the alkane group. Suppose we are going to name an alkane today. Let us take plenty of examples, then only we can understand this better. The first point I have given is we have to identify the longest continuous chain. The word continuous is very important here. We have to identify the longest continuous chain. So I am only drawing the carbon skeleton here. Let me draw the different types of carbon skeleton. Let me take this as the first structure. So I have given 3 and 3, 6 carbon. Let me take one more structure like this. Again having 6 carbon. Okay, so I have taken one more skeletal structure of carbon having a 6 carbon, that is structure. And let me take one more is, let me make it like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, let me take or down. Let me take it very easy, because students are always confused when they put it like this. Now let us compare the 3 structures of carbon here. So again let me go back to the word longest continuous chain. The chain should be continuous. Now this is a parent chain, has 6 carbon. Now let me take this chain. If I am going to take this chain, I can have 2 different type of chains. One is that if I can take this as my parent. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is again a continuous chain. Or let me put it in this way. I can take the chain like this. I can take the chain like this. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So anyhow I take it, my longest carbon chain will have only 5 carbon. And let me take the chain here. To confuse you people, I have given the chain, but here also the parent has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. branches of carbon will never appear in the terminal positions. In the terminal positions, you cannot have a branch. The branches will not appear in the terminal positions. Then we have to consider this is a 3-carbon chain. If I'm going to put a carbon here, it becomes a 4-carbon chain because branches are not possible in the terminal end. It is a part of a chain. So our first work is for us to understand what is the parent chain. The parent chain means which has the longest continuous chain. Once we have identified, now our root word is ready. What is our root word? If it is 6, that means our root word is hex. If it is 6, our root word is hex. If it is 5, our root word is pent. P-E-N-T. We are leaving the A. So we are only satisfying with only the number of carbon. So our root word is going to be hex or our root word is going to be pent. And hence it is very clear for us. Now let us go for the second point which I have given is the branches. How to number the carbon chain. For example, we have our carbon chains like this. Now let me tell you the second thing we have to know is, now my carbon skeleton has 2 branches at 2 branches. Now from where I should start numbering the carbon in order to give the name for the particular chain. So where I have to start the numbering? I have to start the numbering in such a way that my branches get the lowest number as possible. Now I can start numbering either from this end or from the other end. Either way, if I start numbering, my branches will have only the equal positions. Like, for example, let me start numbering from here. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That means I have 2 branches at the second and at the 4th positions. So I have to start numbering in such a way that the branches only gets the least number. That is the way I have to do. Imagine, let me extend this chain by 1 more carbon. Now when I extend this chain by 1 more carbon also, so this carbon becomes 6. Now the best way to number is only from here because 2 is the shortest number. If I am going to number from this carbon, it will become 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Branches are found at 3rd and the 6th position. Here the branches are found at 2nd and the 4th position. So I have to number in such a way that the branches gets the least number possible. So this is the wrong way of numbering and this is the correct way of numbering. Now the second question comes. The branches are at equal distance. So if the branches are at equal distance, from where I should start numbering? So let me take the next carbon chain where I am just making again 5 carbon for us to understand very easily. Let me take 2 chains at equal positions. That is, again if I start numbering from here, this carbon becomes CH3. Again if I start numbering from here, the position of this carbon also is 2nd position. The position, if I start from here, this carbon also gets the 2nd position. Now how should I choose the numbering when I have the chains at equal distances? Now if the chains are same, for example, let me take methyl group. So I have taken methyl group here. If the chains are same, I can start numbering either from here or from here. Again, the position of the branches will be similar. But if the chains are different, for example, if the chains are different, so if I am going to have C2 and H5. So let me make a small changes here. So for us to understand, so if it is a different carbon, if it is a different hydrocarbon attached, that is, let it be C2 and H5. So I have a methyl group here. I have a ethyl group. Both are at an equal distance in the carbon chain. So from where I should start numbering? Because if I start numbering from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, methyl groups will get the second position and ethyl group will get the fifth position. If I start numbering from this carbon, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then the ethyl groups gets the second position and the methyl groups gets the fourth position. So there is a confusion here. So if the branches are at equal distances, if the branches are same, you can number from any end. If the branches are different, just go for the alphabetical order. In the alphabetical order, this becomes methyl and this becomes ethyl. So ethyl comes first. The correct way of numbering is this. So you have to give preference to the alphabetical order if you have the similar type of branches, that is different branches at the same positions, give preference to the alphabetical order. Now the next thing I am going to explain is, if too many branches are found in the same position, so what we are supposed to do? Let me again take a carbon 5 carbon chain and let me see that there is a branches at 4 positions. Let me see there are branches at 4 positions. Okay, and I'll make it as methyl branches because there is a shortage of space. I'm not entering the hydrogen there. I have already told you I'm taking only suffix ane. So it is very clear, carbon and carbon, it is only having a single bond. So I'm just explaining the nomenclature. If there are plenty number of branches and branches of the carbon, if they are present, if there are 4 positions, now you can number in any way because branches are at equal distances. So I can start numbering from here also, I can start numbering from here also. Suppose, imagine, let me add one more carbon here. So then I have to definitely start numbering only from this terminal. So it becomes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Now we have branches in the second and the fourth position. So we have to write it as there are 2 branches. So it has to be written only as 2, 2. And again we have the branches in the fourth position. Because it is a similar branch, I have to write it as 4, 4. Now, second position I have 2 branches, 4 position I have 2 branches, and the number should be repeated. 2, 2, 4, 4. How many methyl are there? Tetra. So, T-E-T-R-A. Tetra. M-E-T-H-Y-L. Tetramethyl. Now this together forms our prefix. So what is our prefix? I have already told you it is the substituents and the alkyl group. What is the alkyl group here? Methyl. The substituent is nothing but the methyl. What are the positions it is found? It is found in the position 2 and 4. How many methyls are there? 4. So all the 4 positions has to be specified. It is very important that how many number of branches are there, the positions has to be definitely specified. So it is 2, 2, 4, 4, it is tetramethyl. Now let us come to the root word for this particular compound. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The root word is hex. Okay, and what is the first suffix? It is ane. So what is the IUPAC name of this particular compound? What I have written is 2, 2, 4, 4 tetramethylhexane is the IUPAC name. Now one more thing you have to make it very clear. When I have written the name of the particular compound, you can see very clearly that numbers are differentiated, or number in between the numbers I have put a comma. In between the number and the letter there should be an hyphen. So that is one of our rules there. So you have to put commas between numbers, and between the number and the alphabetical letter there should be a hyphen to be followed when we are going to name an organic compound. Now we are coming to the final end of it. I have already taught you how to name one compound. Now let us see, there are 2 more clarifications which we have to make it clear. The one is halogen, the other one is functional group. But I told you today we are not going to see any other functional groups. But still, though we are not going to see any other functional group, we have to have a clarification between the functional groups and an alkane. Now, let me take a chain. Let me take a carbon chain and I'll show you that there is a methyl group or a branch at the first terminal, and you have an alcoholic group in the alcoholic, that is nothing but the functional group in the other terminal. Now let us see how to number it. Now we have to have an idea how to number it when we have a alkane group and a functional group at the terminals. When we have the functional group at the terminal, the first preference should be given to the functional group alone. It's very important the functional groups get the lowest number, not the methyl group or the alkyl group. Alkyl group will not get the lowest number. Now there will be other questions in our mind. Suppose there is too many functional group, that is we have an order how it has to be numbered. Now we are not going to look into that. So first thing I very clearly told you, the functional group has to be given the first preference. Second one, in that functional group, let me again put it, the functional group is not an alcoholic group as I have showed you now. Instead of an alcoholic group, suppose if I have a halogen. If I have a halogen, for example, I have chlorine instead of alcohol. Now, if it is a halogen and an alkane, which has to be given first preference? The first preference should be given only for the halogen. The first preference has to be given only for the halogen. In the functional group also, the first preference is always given only for the halogens. Then only the substituents is considered. Now, one more question arises in our mind. Suppose there are two halogens attached to the same carbon chain. Now, let me take at the similar positions, I have bromine and chlorine. Again, if I start numbering the bromine, from here if I start numbering, bromine will have the position 2. From here if I start numbering, chlorine will have the position 2. Now, my confusion is this, from which side I have to start numbering? If at all I have to name this compound. If I have to name this compound, I have to give again preference to the alphabetical order. So the alphabetical order, bromine comes first, that is B comes before C. So the number has to start from here. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Again, how I have to name it? Second position I have bromine. So the name will be 2. It is bromo. B-R-O-M-O. Again, what you have? Fourth position you have chlorine. So you will have 4. Chloro. C-H-L-O-R-O. Now this is our prefix. The complete prefix is over. The complete prefix is over. Now what is our root word? What is our root word? We have a 5 carbon chain. That is pent is our root word. P-E-N-T. Now what is our suffix? Because today we did not take any other group. Our suffix is only a alkane because we have taken only a single bond structures and chains here. So our suffix will be only alkane. So it is pentane. So let us revise the name of it. 2-bromo, 4-chloro. Pentane is the name of this organic compound. So just we have revised all this. So you have to remember longest continuous chain, branches which has to be given the smallest number. Branches at equal distance are there. You have to see the preference with the alphabetical. Prefix should be added directly. If it is in the same location, we have to follow the alphabetical order like how we have done it now. And in between the numbers and the letters, there should be a hyphen, and between numbers there should be a comma. And halogens and alkanes are there as a substituent. We have to give importance to halogens. And the functional group is only given the ultimate importance. The smallest numbers will be given to the functional group only in an alkane. I think now the IUPAC nomenclature of the alkanes will be very clear. Now let us go the next video. It will be regarding the different functional groups.